Hello again. This is Dr. Greg Oliver with Fat Doctor TV, and we're very excited to share some ideas with you today. Today we're going to do a little celebration. You know, some of our episodes are about information, some of them are about motivation, and today it's about celebration because we've got one of our fantastic weight loss, I guess, client, patient. Customers with us today, and that's Andy Daupert. Andy, welcome to Fat Doctor TV.
Thank you very much.
And why we're excited to have Andy with us today is because Andy's been working on getting to a healthier weight for about how long?
Just over 1 year.
So just over 1 year. Andy, can you share with our audience today how much weight you've actually lost in that 1 year period?
My last weigh-in, I was just under 110 pounds.
So about 110 pounds. And are you still working on losing some additional weight?
Yeah, I have about 60 more pounds to lose.
60 more pounds. Has this made a significant change in your life?
How many changes do you want? I could list them, maybe alphabetically. I don't know if we have that long, but yeah, it's very significant changes. Not the least of which is my energy, the way I feel about myself, my personal relationships, etc.
Yeah, we are under about a 10-minute time restraint here, but so you could go on and on about how you feel differently here in your life. One of the things I think we find with a lot of our patients who carry around 100, 150, even 200 pounds more weight than their body should have is that sometimes their self-esteem drops. Another thing we see with them is they tend to want to become a little more reclusive, not get out into relationships or try and develop relationships. Did you find that to be an issue with you when you were carrying around the extra weight?
Oh, absolutely. I knew for a fact, that's all in my head, of course, that, as far as personal relationships would be, that no female would want to have anything to do with me. I really got a lot more confidence and, joined eHarmony, started going out, meeting people, and now I have a fantastic relationship going on.
And of course, that's true. I mean, no one should be judged based on their height, weight, color, where they're from, any of those kind of things. We all know that intellectually. But the truth of the matter is, people do make decisions in their own head about their value and what they're worth in our society based on things like that. So it's unfortunate, but it's true. But the good news is that making those changes in your life, in this case, dropping 110 pounds, can make a huge difference in really the real you coming out. I think you were in there all along because I knew you, and you were a fun, friendly guy with a lot to offer. But I think you just kind of maybe held it all inside, and now we've turned him loose. Is that right?
Absolutely. I've always been kind of gregarious, but it took a while to get to know me. But now I'll talk to anybody, and I'll go out there, and I don't care what people think about me. And I love how far I have come, and I love what I'm doing and my life. I love my life. So
that's awesome. Tell us, what were maybe some easy things that you found going through the weight loss process, and what were maybe some of the more difficult things that you noticed in trying to lose the weight?
Oh, gosh. I'll tell you what, in the very beginning, I had zero confidence in my ability to lose weight. It took the program and prescription meds, and from the very first day, I was able to eat like a normal human being, which I've never been able to do that in my life. So that part came very easy in the very beginning. Let's see, the hard part.
There was no hard part. It was all easy.
Most of it was easy. I guess the hard part was getting my mind wrapped around it because I wanted to lose it all immediately. And I would come in and I'd have a weight loss of 10 pounds, and I was mad at myself because I wanted it more than that. I wanted to lose 15 pounds a month, But it's just not, it's possible, but not healthy. And I wanted to be healthy too. So I had to kind of change my thinking, and I had to realize that this is for life. This is not just from here to next Tuesday, this is for life. This is a lifestyle. So I had to kind of change that in my head, and I finally done that. So now 5 pounds in a month, I'm happy with.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're hearing some incredible words of wisdom from Andy today because he has been through this. He's been on the journey. He's done a fantastic job. The journey's not over for him yet. And in fact, just losing the weight is not the end of the journey. We know that the goal here is to get the weight down so that you're healthy. That's what we're really shooting for. And then after that, to stay healthy. I bet you have more energy, probably feel like you can go out and do some exercise and activity that maybe you couldn't do before.
Yeah, that's true. I've always been very active. I've always been big into weightlifting and even cardio. But yeah, there's a lot more things that I can do now that I couldn't. For instance, sitting in a booth at a restaurant. I couldn't do that before.
It's the small things, or rather the big things, that bother us the most. So let's do this. We're going to conclude today with our episode of Fat Doctor TV, but I'll tell you what, Andy, would you come back and visit us again? Because I think he's got a lot of words of wisdom for you. And as he passes through the journey, getting to his lean, healthy weight, and then living that way, I think it's going to be important that we bring Andy back on our Fat Doctor TV show several times in the future so that you can kind of track him and follow him and see what it took for him and some words of advice and certainly the celebration day. So we are excited that you're down at a much healthier weight, that you've really passed some dramatic milestones. And any last things you want to say to the now Andy Daupert fans out there?
You can do it. Find motivation. If what it took for me was to get it in my head, no matter what, I was going to do it, no matter what.
Can you tell us one last thing about your coach? I think Raquel was working with you, is that right?
Raquel is fantastic. She's been there. I've been able to talk to her about so many things, and she's just very supportive.
Well, we appreciate that, Andy. Thanks so much for coming. And hey, you can check out Raquel on the website, Fat Doctor TV. This is it for Fat Doctor TV today. Join us for further episodes, and here's the deal. Next time we see you, we're going to see less of you. Have a great day. This is Dr. Greg Oliver.